Hello and welcome. Today I want to go over the Leatherman Surge first impressions. Let's go over the details of the Leatherman Surge here. We have 21 tools. It starts with a needle nose pliers, regular pliers, premium replaceable wire cutters, premium replaceable hard wire cutters, stranded wire cutters, electrical crimper, wire stripper, 420HC knife, 420HC serrated knife, a saw, spring action scissors, and all with threaded loop, a ruler in 8 inches or 19 centimeters, can opener, bottle opener, a wood/metal file, a diamond coated file, a blade exchanger, a large bit driver, a large screwdriver, and a small screwdriver. The length is going to be 5.8 inches by a width of 4.1 by a height of 1.9 inches. The item comes with its own sleeve for the blade exchanger. You can exchange the wood metal file with the saw. Total combined weight with the exchangeable bits and the sleeve and the knife is going to be about 12.8 ounces. Here on the table we can see what comes in the package. We have the sleeve that holds the other piece, which is the file, and we have the saw installed on our Leatherman Surge here in black oxidization, and we also have the sheath that it comes with. This is a moly nylon sheath, and it does have a little sleeve here to fit this inside, which we can keep our extra pieces in there. Here we have the Leatherman Surge, and the outside of it, you can access the 4 primary tools of the Leatherman Surge. That includes a blade, the main blade here. It's 420HC steel. And it's got liner locks, so you can see that as it locks in. You can hear the audible click, which is nice. And I like the fact that you can access all the tools with one hand. I do have a little bit of trouble doing the scissors one-handed with my left hand, but you can do it and get it to come out and work. So there's our scissors there, nice and thick. It has a nice spring here. I do have a lot of oil on here from when I oiled it up yesterday, so that's why it has a lot of oil in it. It doesn't normally come like that from the factory. Closes, and it also locks as well with the liner locks. On this side we have the texturing on the side here to indicate that this is the serrated blade, so you can know when you grab it and you're not looking at which tool you're bringing out with your right hand operations. Again, liner lock here. Serrated edges are very good. It does have a draw cutting side here in the front, so that's pretty good to have as well. Let's close that up. And we also have one of the modular 2 systems here, which I did not lock properly from when I last used it, and I was just messing around with this. But so we have this here. Now it's clicked into place. This is the saw piece here. You can, as you saw, this piece can come out. You can exchange this Tshank one for the file that comes with the tool. The file has a coarse side. I can show you here what the file has here. So this way we can see what we're getting with the tool. And the file itself is not oxidized. So put that sticker there and we'll pull this out. So we have the file here, and this is a crosshatch section, so it's more coarse. On the other side, we do have a diamond coated file side, which is really nice to have. And then on the bottom, we have this piece here. It got nice fine tooth piece here, so you can do a little bit of filing or metal cutting on the bottom, I believe. So you can get like Bosch pieces like this and put it in there as well. And this is the 2nd generation of the Surge. So what that means is this piece here, if I lift up properly, and if I can get it to work now, it has a spring here, which pushes down on this. So it keeps this from moving around too much, which is nice to have. So that keeps it kind of in place, and it doesn't wiggle as much as the 1st generations do. And again, it's a liner lock, so locks fairly well there. Okay. And that is pretty much it for all the tools on the outside, the primary tools. We do have one more that's not evident. It's in one of the scales here. I believe it's this side right here, or rather this piece. It comes out, and it's a basic lanyard hook hole. So you can put a lanyard in here and have it adjusted to your wrist in case you're doing one-hand operations and you can't put this in your pocket or whatever. Opening it up, it opens up pretty well. We have the main plier head here, and this is the 3rd generation plier, meaning it has a lot of squared off edges here compared to the 2nd generation, 1st generation ones. And it does have reinforcements on the side here, so it is a little bit more robust. We do have the needle nose plier head, even though I don't really, you can consider that needle nose. It does come to a little bit of a fine point there, but it's still pretty big. The teeth on it are very coarse. and they're not as fine gradient as the previous iterations. The centerpiece is still the same, and it does a good job of grabbing things. If you notice on the replaceable 154 cm wire cutters, which they have the soft and the hard wire cutters here, these are angled here so they can fit bolts precisely when they get in there. So that's important to note with these wire cutters, a good engineering feat in my opinion. And we can get to the scale tools in a moment here. We'll just go over the ruler on here. These look like they've been, I'm not sure what the term is, but they've been cut into the metal or stamped into it, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not a metal and construction work, so I don't know all these terminologies, but you can see that you got inches here and we have centimeters at the bottom here. So starting on this side, we have the proprietary bit exchanger for the Leatherman lineup. You find these in the 2nd generation, 3rd generation Wave, and a couple other tools. So basically what this is they have these 2D flat bits that they sell, and this is locking here with this spring here. You can push the spring to unlock it, and you can re-engage it so it doesn't move on you. That's always good. All the tools lock on this particular model, which is nice. This bit comes out, and they do sell other kits that come specifically with different bits that can fit into there. So you can get a variety of different tools that go into the proprietary system fairly easily. So we have a slotted side and a Phillips head side. So I'm going to keep my Phillips head out because I typically use that more than my slotted screwdrivers. And then on this side, we also have the combo tool, which is a can opener, bottle cap opener, and wire cutter. So we can see the edge here, which I also use for opening packages personally. And we have the V-notch wire cutter here. So it's a fairly useful tool. You'll find that on the Wave series as well. And on this side, we have a couple other tools. We have the awl, which is great to have in this model. We're kind of missing that in a few other models below this line, but it's good to have that. I have that on my Super Tool 300, which is nice. Then we have 2 slotted screwdrivers of different sizes, a smaller size here and a bigger one here. No chisels, unfortunately, or extra type of wire cuttings on here, which is kind of a bummer, but it's good to have a kind of beefy slotted screwdriver. You can double it as a very, very light duty pry bar. And once again, on this side, it also locks out as well. So you can push the spring, unlock it, and put it in. Like I said before, all the tools lock on this particular model, which is nice to have. And then finally, without forgetting, we do have a wire cutter in the center here and a wire crimper. I have not used these that much with these tools, so I can't comment as to their efficiency versus, say, a real dedicated tool. So I would say always use a dedicated tool for the job. This is kind of like last line backup kind of tool in my opinion, but it does do a few things pretty good being a beefy tool. So not to degrade the wire cutting and the wire crimping ability. It's just something to note with this. So they're behind here, both of them. And that is the tool overview of the Leatherman Surge. Some opinions on it. I haven't used this very much. I did use it once or twice with my brothers back a while, and it's very heavy duty, very, very solid feeling tool in the hand. It's comfortable. Like for example, when I use the scissors, they tend to, even with my smaller hands, I can still use it pretty well. This little piece at the top here on the scissors is got a little bit of texturing on it. It's a little bit thicker, so it's comfortable for my thumb to fit on for my small fingers and hands. So it feels pretty good and comfortable to use. It's got just the right amount of retention there, so it will work fairly well on heavier duty types of materials. I like the fact that I can open up everything with one hand, which is good in some cases if I'm not wearing gloves. If I'm wearing gloves, it might be a little bit more of a challenge to do that. So something to keep in mind if you wear gloves and you want to use this multi-tool, you might have a problem. I do have a problem personally, but that's just me. And the last thing I like to note is that this Tshank adapter here makes this modular piece of equipment that much more better, in my opinion, as a heavy duty tool. So you can pretty much have a small tool chest with this little Leatherman if you buy adapters from, like, say, the Bosch Tshank type of saws and items and whatnot. So you have a lot of options with this bit piece here, and you can also customize your own tools if you're savvy enough or skilled enough. So this modular adapter is a good idea. Initially, when I saw this tool a few years back, I didn't like the idea of having to split my saw and my file, as I was more of a one tool carry it all kind of guy instead of adding bit adapters, extra pieces to go on that. Now, being later on, I've had a different view and approach to it, and I do appreciate it more. So that is a good design right there. So I'm very impressed with that. And that's pretty much all I have to say about the Leatherman Surge. If you're interested in picking it up, I did get this one for about $125 on eBay as of this date. I know that's kind of pricey, so hopefully the prices might come down, but just to give you a ballpark idea. And this is the black oxidized version. The stainless steel version will be a little bit cheaper than this, and I did hear reports that it's a little bit more smoother after a while of use. This one can still kind of get a little bit, I guess, sticky, but the easy way to bypass that is just oil up, clean it up, and you're good to go. I don't really have any problems right now with it. So, and that's all I have to say about the Leatherman Surge. Let me know what you guys think of the Leatherman Surge, if you'd use it, if it's for your needs. If not, tell me what you would use and why you would use it. Thanks for watching, you guys, and enjoy your day.